This is 100 and 110 kilograms, 110 pounds, 120 pounds. So not too much. I'm just getting back into it. So, uh, hello guys, welcome back. What is up, y'all? We're at the gym today. Just trying to get a little more jacked. At this gym, it's pretty chill. Like, can you guys hear me through the headphones? Like, let's see if I go far away. Can you hear me? Okay, ready? All right. Can you hear me? Like, can you hear me normally, or I don't know if it's going through my headphones or my phone. So let me know if you can hear me. Oh, perfect. Let's go. All right. All right, guys. I'll be getting a little bit of a workout today. Um, I'm doing mostly back and butt. I guess that technically is my back. Doing some legs too. But yeah, it's been a while since I worked out. I used to work out like every single day, but it's not college anymore. Damn, I'm so weak. What is this? 66 pounds? I like how they put the pounds and the kilograms conversion. But yeah, please let me know if you can still hear me. Yeah, actually, let me know now if you can hear me because I'm talking away from the camera now. Can you still hear? Whew. All right, guess it's playing through my headphones. Let's go. Yeah, we're just, again, I haven't been working out very much. I'm kind of out of shape. I'll show you guys the look. The abs, they're kind of gone, I can't lie. But the biceps are getting bigger. Back, I don't know if you can see my back, but I don't have an OnlyFans, sadly, guys. I'm just a small boy trying to get bigger in this world. But yeah, I uh, I will say that this fitness journey. If you guys get into fitness, please please try to get into it while you're young, because the older you get, I thought that after I left school, I would just have so much time to work out, and I haven't had very much time at all, to be honest. I've just been traveling, busy, and then like I don't even have kids yet, So yeah, if you guys can do me a favor, and if you're watching this, please, please try to work out when you're younger and just build that foundation. Because all my friends that didn't work out while they were younger, it's been rough for them, I will say. And now that like ever since university, it's just all went downhill from there. Like I haven't I'm 20. Actually, yeah. Wait, do you guys know how old I am? Comment below if you know how old I am, please. I'm curious to think how old you think I am. All right, let's see. 27. Can you say big boom? All right, a lot of you guys are actually pretty close. I'm 27. I'm going to be turning 28 in 2 months. Mars is cool. Chopper is currently in Berlin with my friend. Oh, does anyone know what country I'm in? Please, guess what country I'm in. I wonder if you guys will know. If you can hear the music, please guess what country I'm in. I'm not in the US. 27. I'm not in Australia. I'm in Asia. I'm in Asia. If anyone can guess where I am in Asia. Okay, I'm gonna check this soon. So currently, I am actually in Vietnam of all places. Yep, that's right. We're in Vietnam, guys. Um, one of the weirdest things is I feel like I work out back all the time, and I feel like I have a pretty strong back, but it feels like I have no back muscles. Like I can do like probably like 20 pull-ups right now, but I still haven't been able to get them back. Like I feel like usually when people can lift a bunch of weights and do a bunch of pull-ups, like their back looks like 3D as heck, and I feel like I have absolutely no back right now. So you're probably wondering, what the frick type of gym are you in that you can work out shirtless? I know. Ah, ah, ah. And let me show you guys around the gym for a second while I catch a breath. So this is the gym. You can see the Asian signs right there. Oh, another shirtless Asian boy. We all be shirtless here. I like how no matter where you are in the world, if you're Asian, even in Asia, you just see like fucking random like models that aren't even Asian on the walls. So this gym, uh, a lot of the gyms in Asia, I don't know if you noticed, but it's so goddamn hot in Asia. It's like 35 or like around 100 degrees today. Oh, sorry. Oh, no, no. Oh, you're good. And it's around 100 degrees today, and but the gyms here, they don't have air conditioning, so you just see these fans everywhere, and and then you can get shirtless, you can sweat all over the equipment. People don't care here. It's just Vietnam. Well, I will say this is a cheaper gym, a non-Western gym. So this gym is mostly for like Vietnamese locals. You can look around. Most of these guys are just like Vietnamese local guys. But this gym, do you want to guess how much the day pass for this gym is? Oh, is the audio bad? Hello. Is the audio better? Okay. Sorry about that. Um, the gym here is about a dollar 33 cents a day. Not bad at all, right? But I mean, I guess it's more expensive than Planet Fitness still. Look at the quads. I'm looking chubby. I've been eating too much good Vietnamese food. All right, I'm gonna start answering some of your guys' questions. So if if you guys start asking some good questions, let me know. I will I will do my best to answer. I will answer the juiciest, best questions first because let's make it entertaining for you guys. What time is it? It is currently 11:41. I'm putting you in my lap right now. Okay. It's 11:41 right now. English or Spanish? I understand Spanish, but I don't speak it that well. I need 2 hands for this. I'm gonna put you in my lap right now. Just this looks so sexual. I apologize. Oh my god, that was rough. How's Chopper? All right. Everyone's asking where Chopper is. I've asked this so many times, so don't make me repeat it like 100 times in the last live. Chopper is currently in Berlin. Chopper is with a close friend of mine, and I'm deciding if I like Vietnam. And if I do like it here, I'm going to be bringing Chopper to Vietnam with me. All right. Any other questions? let's get some juicy questions in here. I need juicy questions. I don't know how to mod. Like I don't know how to do any of that stuff. What is a mod? I'm not like really into like lives. Like I don't go live very often, you know. I'll show you the first trap. So the abs, they're kind of coming in, you know, slowly but surely, slowly but surely. How big is your meat? I'm average, and that's fine with me. You know, sometimes it's okay to be average. Like, you know, I think my personality and big brain makes up for it. All right, how's the food, guys? If you don't know, if you've never been to Vietnam, if you've never had Vietnamese food, it's the best food in the world, hands down, easily. Like, I truly believe that Gordon Ramsay said that Vietnam was his top three countries for food. He put Italian food, he put Laos, and he put Vietnam all up in there. All right. I can't do too much weight. I'm like feeling a little weak today, guys. What was your, what is your first car? My first car, my first car was a 1996 Mercedes-Benz E320. It was a really old car. It was like breaking down so badly that I put like $1,500 into this car and ended up breaking. I was so depressed. And I luckily saved up a lot of money while working my first job. I got my first job when I was 16 years old. And that first job, I was dipping bananas in chocolate. If any of you guys have ever watched Arrested Development, that was my first job. My first job, I was essentially dipping bananas. Actually, not. I was dipping bananas in chocolate. That was my first job. Toast. Yes, if you're here from the vlog channel, then yes, I am supposed to be on the road trip right now, but the vlog channel is also behind. The vlog channel is 2 months behind. The official channel is 4 months behind, and I'm currently in Asia. So you guys are gonna see a lot of juicy. If you guys are gonna get a lot of juicy secrets right now. 1, 2, 3. I might up the weight. So we're going to 122 now, guys. Again, I'm not that strong, okay? But you know, I'm trying to get juicy for the girls, curls for the girls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. One more, come on, let's go. Yeah. Whew. So today's goal is just it's a little back and butt day and legs. I feel like I've lost my butt. I'm not gonna lie. And I know some guys are like, bro, how do you need to train butt? You know, that's for girls. But I'm just like, bro, I want I want my future. I want my girlfriend, my future to be like, he's juicy. Also, I am seeing someone now, by the way. I know you guys probably don't know who. I know. But I am seeing someone after 7 years. Philip is dating again. What is on your bucket list? Currently, currently on my bucket list, my goal is I want to build a school. I want to build a school here in Vietnam. And you guys are probably wondering, Phil, why do you care to build a school? And so a lot of you guys don't know, but my family's originally from Vietnam. And in Vietnam, things are different here. I mean, you can tell I'm working out in a gym without my shirt on, and there's no AC. Vietnam is built different. But the thing is, like, growing up here, like, education is not free. It's like for the rich. And so, what I want to do is I want to be able to build affordable education, free education for people here. Because I was so lucky to grow up in America. So, like, I haven't really said it much, but I'm saying it now because I think I have the opportunity and I have the platform now. Is I want to build schools around the world, and I want to start in Vietnam. I want to build a school here that can provide free education. And I hope you guys, support that journey. You don't have to donate. If you want to donate, that's sick, but just watching the videos, that helps a ton. Oh, Ponce calls these workouts good girl, bad girl, which I think is the funniest shit. Is there a classroom going on? Let's see. There's a classroom going on here. Oh, it is. Oh, it's like a dancing class. What do I do in my free time? In my free time, I mostly just honestly, I'm mostly working. Like, you guys probably don't see this, and I'm gonna give you a little insight on the videos, but I spend so much time working. Like, if it's not like, yeah, we live our everyday life, but our everyday life, like, we still film it, and so it feels like work a bit. And then because we don't have, like, most YouTubers, they have the thumbnail, they have the idea before they even start filming. But I thought, oh, I will just do that afterwards so that it's an authentic video. And what I learned for myself is that it is really hard to film random shit and find a cohesive storyline. I think that's why, like, a lot of my videos, they're just like so all over the place because there's no cohesive storyline because like, I'm not scripting anything. It's just a bunch of unfiltered shit. Like, if I'm depressed and someone passes away in my life or my kid passes away, that's the real video. Um, and then all of a sudden, I need to weave every single thing that we did in that month into the video, and so that's what makes it really difficult. All right, what other questions do we have? Oh, thank you so much, Zachary. I appreciate you for answering those questions for me. Lightweight, guys. I'm only doing like 66 pounds right now because I'm feeling weak. Rate my form, please, by the way. It is. So, phew, I know. I know I'm getting fat. The girl I'm dating right now, she called me fat too. But it's okay. I'm going to be in better shape soon. How do you manage this lifestyle financially? Jaden. Okay, first off, I'm going to tell you guys how I travel the world. But first off, the first thing I want to say to you guys is traveling the world is not as cool as it looks. Because you have to remember, I've been traveling the world for 6 years now, or this is my sixth year. And those travel influencers, they're selling you on traveling the world. They're selling you, they make money off this idea of you traveling. And I'm just gonna be real with you guys. I love traveling. It's my life, but it's not for everyone. You have to remember that Ponce, my closest friend, literally quit because he's like, bro, I don't want to travel anymore. And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, that shit like shook me because I was like, damn, out of everyone in life that wanted to travel like me, that wants to go hitchhiking and couch surfing and living this crazy life and working hard on their dreams, I thought it was Ponce. Okay, so first off, I want to say that the people that travel, most people don't travel full time. I know such a small percentage of people that travel like I do. Um, like, you got a base, you got to have a home base normally, and then you go out and you come back to your home base. That's like the majority of people traveling. And if you don't have a home base, well, mostly you're staying somewhere for a very long time. You're staying somewhere for like 3 months, 4 months. Most people don't travel every single month. And why? It's just draining. It's so hard. Like it's hard to have any friends. It's hard to have consistency. You just get so lonely, guys. Like think about this. Do you how many people have passed in and out of my life for the past 6 years? So if I can give you guys some advice, travel a few months, travel a year, and usually 1 year is enough for people. People travel for 1 year, they find what they're looking for, they go home, and they're happy. Okay, well let's talk. But that was the boring part. That was me lecturing you guys. That's not fun. I'm gonna tell you guys how I travel full time, how I travel the world. Okay, so again, wouldn't recommend it, but I'm gonna explain how I do it. So I started off working, uh, selling dipping bananas in chocolate when I was 16. And that funded me a lot. I started coaching tennis. I started coaching tennis at a very young age, and that was paying me really good. And so the first thing is you just got to save up money to go. So I saved up a bit. And my first real boy job, I saved up enough. I worked as an intern at a consulting firm, and I saved about $9,000. You also have to be, or $7,000. You have to be lucky. My mom, she was kind enough to give me $5,000 for graduating. So now I have $12,000. And I'll use that $12,000 to go travel the world. And I went for 13 months. So $12,000, usually you can't go 13 months, that's impossible. But I was couch surfing a lot. I downloaded an app called Tinder. I would basically swipe, put my location. I paid $36 for Tinder Premium. And with Tinder Premium, I would put my location and the places I would go beforehand. And that would give me free housing. Um, and just and, and a cool person to show me around. So I called it Tinder surfing. Really successful, but and so that's how I started my first trip around the world. I did a year of traveling, 14 months of traveling, and I had to fly back to America. So that was my first trip ever. Then, after working a full-time job for a year, I realized traveling is where I want to be. I don't want to work in finance anymore. And so what I did personally was I saved up all my money and I had about like 25 to 30K in savings from working that job, living at home during the pandemic. And after that, I moved into my car. And I know you guys are saying like 20, 30K, like that's why are you living in your car? Like, why don't you just book an apartment somewhere? Well, for me, I, I wanted to do this full time. I wanted to try social media. And so I didn't know how long I could make this last for. So 25K, it's like, how long can that last me? So I'm living out of my car. I'm spending about $1,000 every single month. My first year on social media, 365 days. I went from 0 followers to 500,000 followers on TikTok. Guess how much money I made from that? I made $4,000 for my first brand deal. I got one brand deal from 0 followers to 500,000 followers. And TikTok wasn't where it is now. But I kept telling myself the bigger I get, I'm going to start getting brand deals. So the next year, I made about $20,000. And so that wasn't enough to fund me either. So I had to use my savings. So I'm really happy that, I chose to live in my car. I chose not to get fancy hotels early on because it just helps sustain me. So that's basically how I did it. I saved a bunch of money and then basically just chased my dreams. I think you can think of it as like you save a bunch of money and then you like open your own shop, you open your own restaurant. Well, I opened up my own social media business, I guess, saving a bunch of money and just having so much runway so that I can start building capital. So I hope that makes sense to you. I make most of my money from social media. I make more than enough. I make more than enough for myself. I hire, an assistant, and I'm looking to hire and build out this business more so that I can start making some more. Um, but making a lot of money, it's not really like the end goal for me. Like, I'm not trying to make a bunch of money with social media. I'm just trying to keep this career forever. And so the only reason why social media influencers make a lot now is because you just don't know when it's going to end. I've been lucky to do it for 4 years, but most people on social media they die after. I would say most people die after 2.5 years. Yeah. So think about all your favorite TikTokers from 2.5 years ago. Like, are any of them actually doing it still? And if they are, those are like the top 1%. Like, how many creators get to 100K? They can't make enough money, so they quit. Oh, okay. Ready? Three, two, one. Oh, one, two. Yeah. I make videos. I mean, like, if I wanted to make a lot of money, I would switch my content. I would probably go into like helping businesses or doing like social media strategy. I just really like the videos I make, like the videos about my life. Fuck. I'm so out of shape, guys. I'm so out of shape. All right. I hope that answers some of you guys. I hope that answers some of your questions. And hey, Sarah, don't be mean. I was just trying to explain to you guys. I don't know if you're telling me to shut up, but all right. Let's see what else. What does your tattoo mean? Okay, thank you, Sarah. All right. So honestly, I can answer two of your questions. What always makes me smile looking at my tattoo? And what does my tattoo mean? A lot of people thought it means. I think it's the Bible or something. It's not the Bible, guys. My tattoo is simply just it's from my dad. I think that's a book of life. I'm gonna put you guys down right now. No, Sierra, don't even worry about it. I thought you were telling me to shut up. I was like, Jesus, I'm just trying to entertain you guys, you know. So my tattoo, you can look at it right now. My tattoo, it means it's a book of life for my dad. So I don't know if any of you guys know this, but my dad passed away when I was 18 years old. So 9 years ago, and when my dad passed away, I wanted to get something to commemorate him, and so his birthday was 4 months after the day he passed. And on my dad's birthday, I decided to get this tattoo for him. My mom didn't know about it for basically until this year. I never told her, of course. My mom's not really into tattoos. But I got it basically the first day of the book. Wait, let me get 3 more in before I tell you guys this one. 3 more, come on, let's go. 1, 2, 3. So the first day on the book, the first day is the day that my dad was born, and the last day is the day he passed. And I think of it as a book of life. It's my dad's book of life. And essentially, we just, I think of it as like his story lives on with me, and that uh, it's always deep in my heart. That's why I put it on the left side. So yeah, that's essentially it. There's a lot more extra meanings. Like I chose a book because my dad was super into reading. I think my first memories of my dad was about reading, and that's why like I want to provide free education in Vietnam because education was just so important in my dad. It wasn't that important in my life. I'm gonna be honest. Like I went to UCLA, but I did most of my like most of the things I care about. I learned afterwards. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. Control the negative and go a little deeper. Also, you can stop a little close to failure. All right, Jaden, this one's for you. I'm going slower this time. But I gotta switch. I'm switching back and forth between legs. Turn to Jesus. This is your one. I'm not very religious, guys. My family's not that religious. I just focus on helping people. Like that's all I really and focusing on helping the ones around me and just people I don't know. That's what I believe in. Then put you here. You fit here? That's kind of hard. Yeah, fuck. Oh yeah. And that's the craziest thing is like, as hard as it was for me to go through my dad's death, like I just know that like so many people lost their dads even younger. And yeah, and I hope I was lucky enough that I was at an age where I was in the right mind to take it in good faith. Like when my dad passed, I started trying to change my life. I quit. I try, I try to make the best of my situation. I decided to try to go to university. I got into UCLA, and yeah, just I know for a lot of people, they're in a time of their lives where, unfortunately, when terrible things happen, it just makes things even worse. And so, just remember that when you're judging people on what they're going through and what they're suffering, and they're not responding well to it, we all grow at different paces, and If my dad passed when I was younger, I think it would have been even harder for me. I don't think maybe I wouldn't be here today. But since my dad passed when I was older, like I had the ability to, stay strong and to try to realize that my dad's like I'm an extension of my dad and his life lives on with me. So I have to, try to live the best I can in honor of his name. That's why my social media is Philip Vu. Actually, it's because a lot of Asian people we make our social media accounts like different names, and the reason being is because it's easier to tell people. Like if I tell people like, oh yeah, like my name is Philip Matthews, well that's easier for someone to remember, and so someone can look me up much easier. But saying my name is Philip Guang Vu, it's a lot harder, but I do that because I want to extend my dad's name. My dad, we both have the same last name and the same middle name. But yeah, you would be shocked like how many Asian gamers, I mean, gamers do it a lot, but like how many Asian people, they don't go by their Vietnamese name, but they go by their Asian name. And like Uncle Roger, right? It's like, that's snappy, it's easy to remember, you know? Um, Gordon Ramsay, easy name to remember. I mean, he's not Asian, but yeah, like a lot of people, they try to go by like stage names that are easier for people to remember. I hope some of you guys remember my name, honestly. Like, how many people, how many fans I've met in person that they didn't even know my name? They were just like, I love your videos, but I don't know your name. I'm like, I get it. I get it. Well, that's why it's important to me. The people that do know my name, the people that care about, me, the reason being is because it's for my dad. Thank you, Zachary. I appreciate you. Yeah. Any other questions, you guys? Uh, I would like to go live with some of you guys in the future so I can talk to you guys and just like see how you're doing. Is that possible? When am I going to post? The next video is coming up later this week, hopefully in 2 days, but we'll see. Given the choice of, and I like that question, Sarah. Given the choice of anyone in the world, who would you have as a dinner guest? Obviously, my dad. That's a simple one. I would do anything to talk to him again, but if I had to choose anyone else other than my dad, I would choose Kobe Bryant. Um, I know he's a controversial person. I know he's done some wrong things in the past, but I think that's why we're in love with him. It's this idea that, like, bro, we didn't just see like him just succeed. We saw him through all these terrible things, like him, be a selfish person. We got to join the journey with him. At points, we hated him, and I think that's what makes you love him. It's like why you love your girlfriend and your wife is you've gone through all this bullshit together, you know. Like, and there are times where you hate each other, sometimes where you don't like each other, times where you want to break up potentially, but it just builds that relationship so much more if you can make it through. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go slower. I'm slower than I can. This one's for you, Jaden. Oh, oh man, that was rough. I'm so out of shape, guys. Again, it just gets downhill from 27. And Tomb, actually, you know what? And Tomb, I feel the same. Like, I would also want to talk about my grandpa. Let's talk to my grandpa. Tegan, I appreciate that for joining the live. Like, a lot of people tell me they haven't seen me in a while. I'm here, I'm existing, and I miss you guys. I apologize. I only go, we post a weekly video on the vlog channel, but that's really the only place you can get us that consistently for long videos. So I apologize. The videos, they take a long time to produce. So. What's my favorite thing about traveling? My favorite thing about traveling, this is going to sound kind of selfish, but I think my favorite thing about traveling has been for a long time just getting away, being able to get a break from life. I hate this feeling of feeling suffocated. And I think for such a long time, for so many of us, we can't get out of our situations. So I don't know if you guys have ever read the book Atomic Habits, but they talk about how like a huge percentage of the military, I think like 25% of everyone, you know what, please do the research yourself. Please do the independent research for yourself. But I think it was like 25% of all soldiers that fought in Vietnam ended up using heroin, something like that. And, you know, the majority of people that use heroin, they can't get off of it. But they found miraculously that so many of these American soldiers, when they came back to America, they were able to get off heroin. And this book cites the fact that this is because most people struggle with addiction because they go into rehab, they get clean, but then they go back to the place that they were struggling, back to the streets that, you know, back to the same neighborhoods that they were using. And that familiarity, that breeds a lot of the same old habits. But if you're able to get out, if you're able to go to a different place, well then, you know, you're able to, you know, it's easier to break old habits by being in a different environment, being around different people. And I think that's like what helped me a lot was I used to drink so much, I used to use so many drugs. And now that I'm sober and I'm clean for 3 years, I think the biggest reason is my ability to always just escape or to get out of my situation. So traveling is such a big privilege, and if you have the opportunity, please try to take advantage of it. You know, but yeah, I feel so grateful for that opportunity. And of course, I care about the people that I meet while traveling, and I get to experience new cultures, and I get to expand my brain. But this is talking from someone that was in a bad place for a long time. What advice would you give to people with anxiety and depression? All right, Alicia, this is a tough one, you know, and I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a therapist. I go to a therapist. I have therapy every single month. Also, by the way, I just want to put out like, I know everyone shits on BetterHelp. Like, I've been sponsored by BetterHelp in the past. They don't work with me anymore. But like, this data stuff is crazy to me. I think maybe I don't know enough about it. I'm just like, is it like Facebook or TikTok or all these platforms selling our data? I personally do use BetterHelp, but I will come out and say that I was sponsored by them in the past. I'm not sponsored anymore. I genuinely use the service. I'm not, but what I'm just trying to say is, I'm not telling you to get therapy. I'll just tell you guys how I started dealing with my depression and anxiety. So I only got therapy after the Ukraine war, and that's because like that was just it was really hard for my brain to digest what was going on. But I dealt with anxiety my entire life. Like for a really long time, I didn't want to live anymore. I'm be honest, like all through 15 to 17, I thought about like just what life would be like if I didn't exist. What would people would say if I was even contributing anything to society. And so for me to deal with my depression for the first time was honestly, I know this is just like, it sounds ridiculous, but was going to the gym and talking to new people. And I think it made me realize that like the people in my life, they saw me, they grew up with me. They grew up with me when I was 12, 13, 14, 15. And the way that they treat me, the way that they interact with me, my parents, my friends, they treat me like the same tiny kid that wasn't changing. The same person that made a lot of mistakes when I was 12, at 17, they were treating me like that same kid because it was hard for them to get that image out of their brain. And so what helped me a lot was, you know, just changing how I look, and getting a lot of confidence and talking to new people, trying to, you know, put myself in different situations because these new people, they didn't have the trauma that I'd been with them through when I was 12. They saw me as a new, different person and maybe a clean slate. And so by going to the gym, it helped me build confidence. It helped me get a little value in who I am. And it made me think to myself, like, and it doesn't have to be the gym, it could be rock climbing, it could be making your bed every day. Just being able to accomplish something builds a little bit of confidence. And when you start talking to people outside of your circle, you realize that people just want to connect with others. Think about this, like people travel the world all the time. You wouldn't travel the world if you couldn't connect with people. But by putting yourself out there and by, you know, being confident. Like you learn that people care about you, people want to be with you, people want to help you. Like, my God, if you think that the if you don't think that we want to help each other as like just normal, typical human beings, just think about how like if you ever need help or direction somewhere and you ask someone, they're probably going to give you directions. They're probably going to try to help you out. So yeah, that's just the first way I started dealing with anxiety and depression. It's just getting a little bit of self value by doing something that just gave me a little bit of confidence, and then just trying to find a different social circle that hasn't seen me for who I was. Okay, I'm gonna answer another question. I am in Vietnam, guys. Love from Italy. I appreciate that. What country has the nicest people? So there's two countries that come to mind. I would love to say Vietnam, but that's just not the truth. I think Vietnamese people are kind people, but not nice. Like, I think there's a difference between nice and kind. A nice person is very nice presenting. A kind person might be someone that is mean at first, but like has good true intentions. For example, maybe like if you don't want to go to the gym, someone that's kind but mean would be someone that's not nice but kind. They would be like, "Hey, bro, you need to go to the gym," and they're trying to keep you accountable. While a nice person, might baby you, they might like make you dinner, they might do things that maybe aren't best for your long term success, but maybe good in a short term success. So nice people, I would say the nicest people in the world, definitely like Japan. Like those people are unbelievably nice. I wouldn't say they're kind. They're not the people that would invite you into their homes. Nice people like Filipino people, my God, they're not only nice, they're also kind. They'll do anything for you. Uh, Icelandic people, my God. Maybe because there's like no one in Iceland, so when they get foreigners, they're just like so stoked. They're like, oh my God, someone different, someone that doesn't have blue hair or blonde hair and blue eyes. So yeah, I would say those three countries come to mind in terms of niceness. In terms of honestly, Ukraine, I think Ukrainian people are not nice at all, but they're very kind. Kind people. One. Some guy told me to control the negative, so I'm gonna do that more. Oh, why am I so weak now? Oh, come on, I can do this. Ah. Oh, what is something not many people know about me? I think the thing that people don't know about me is I am a huge basketball fan. I breathe basketball. And I know when I think about sports, it sounds so ridiculous. Like there's so much more going on to the world than sports. Like you're just putting a ball in a basket. Like, but I think there's something so simple because I think we complicate politics and we use these crazy things to complicate our identities and how we're different from other people. But I think why basketball and sports in general just make you feel a little bit more simple, or that and working out. It's as simple as it's just doing a motion, doing something that anyone can do, and in that way, it feels kind of democratic. Like it feels like anyone can play basketball. It feels like anyone can go to the gym. Anyone can work out, and since anyone can do it, it's something that we all can come together and find some sort of familiarity. Like I can't connect with all you guys for traveling. Some of you guys are from countries that you can't move, you can't leave. But no matter where you are, you can do some push-ups. I mean, not everyone, like obviously some disabled people can't, but for the most part, the majority of people can do this, and that's why I really love sports so much. Is just being able to connect with people all the way in Vietnam about basketball. Like people in Vietnam, they know Kobe Bryant, they know LeBron James. That's crazy. Just to think that we're all just getting connected over someone putting a goddamn ball in a basket. Is my cat okay? I would like to think so. I really hope my cat's okay. I don't know. I should probably check on my cat soon. Is it crazy to imagine almost 200? Yeah, definitely. Like 200 people are taking time out of their day to listen to what I have to say. I hope what I have to say is valuable at all. Guys, I'm at 10% students. I'm gonna have to jump off this call eventually. So my phone's gonna die, but yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, I'm doing back day. I'm doing some legs. And I'm doing some butt because I'm trying to get a booty. Oh, my booty. Of course, guys. I hope I hope I can just inspire some of you guys to live a little better. I don't think I'm the best role model in the world, but I try my best to just hope you guys can learn some of my mistakes too, because I've been simping a lot in my life. Some might say that I simp too much. Why you only do one set? I actually go back and forth, guys. So I do like one set of legs, then I'll go over and do some back, and I'll go back to the legs, and I'll go back and forth. This is how I work out. Yeah, it's more fun for me. I know it might not be the most correct way, but I think the most important thing about the gym isn't trying to get as big as possible. It's just making sure they show up every day or show up often. Because for a long time in my life, I was a lot more muscular than I am now. But I I realized that I've been working out for almost 10 years now, and I've just there are years where I don't go to the gym, or there's years where I don't go to the gym that much. And when I don't go to the gym that much, it's just because it's not fun anymore. So you got to make it fun for yourself. This machine is not fun. Feels like I'm compressing ripping my heart out. Heady patch. I appreciate that, love. I know dumbbell rows are more comfortable, but my my lower back is in so much pain lately. So much pain, guys. I'm gonna do another set of these row things. What's currently 12:20? What is my favorite workout? My favorite NBA team. My favorite NBA team. I would say that would have to be. I used to love the Lakers so much. Like obviously, I grew up watching Kobe. Of course, the Lakers would be my favorite, right? But I would say now, I used to love Kemba Walker and the Hornets. Now it's LaMelo. They just are so bad. I feel embarrassed saying them. I'll say the Hornets though. I love watching the Hornets. They're hard to watch. They're terrible. I hope they get good. Michael Jordan ran our team to the ground, guys. Okay, this is my last set of this. Oh, okay. I get it, dude. KD. I used to hate KD, but my God, just seeing him sit up for the Olympic team made me really have a lot of respect for him to realize that he's been doing it for so long. Even players like LeBron or Curry don't do it. You know, they've only been doing it for this year, maybe a few other years. So Durant, respect. Okay, guys, I'm gonna jump off stream now. I hope you guys, you know, for some, I don't know how long you guys were in here, but thank you so much for joining. And I'm going to say goodbye. Today I'm going to be editing a lot, trying to get that video out for you guys. So yeah, I'll talk to y'all later, lovelies. Peace. I'll turn this off. Oh, it's okay.